Uh, Hi, so this is actually the second part of the previous video. In this video, we are going to read the rest of this story, Black Beauty by Sewell. Okay, so in the first portion, in the beginning, towards the beginning, we get to know about a man with the name Sawyer, who is actually very rough and rude, not at all good towards his farm animals, especially to this very pony. Okay, we can see this in page number 21 from this very illustration. Okay, now I am again starting from page number 21, the last two lines. I am starting from here. So this is an extract from Anne Sewell's Black Beauty, page number 21, last two lines. "You have often driven that pony up to my place," said master of our narrator, this horse. Master and master's wife, they are noble, good, and not good, very good human beings. How can we say that? How can we assume that? By their behaviors toward their workers and toward their farm animals. It only shows the creature's memory and intelligence. Actually, he remembers this pony, it remembers the way toward this farm because he frequently visits this farm. That's why when they are actually crossing this farm, he turns his head towards this farm because he knows this path. And intelligence, memory and intelligence. How did it know that you were not going there again? I must say, Mr. Sawyer, that I have never witnessed a more brutal treatment of a little pony, and by such anger you injure your character. Remember, your own character more than you injure your house. It actually affect your own character as a human being, your own identity as a human being, rather than the injury that the pony or the animals get. And remember, we shall all have to be judged according to our works, according to the way we behave with others, whether they be towards man or towards beast. Now, I like these three lines very much, okay? So I am repeating this. And by such anger, you injure your own character more than you injure your horse. And remember, we shall all have to be judged according to our works, whether they be towards man or towards beast. I am underlining these three lines. And remember, we shall all have to be judged according to our works, whether they be towards man or towards beast. Master rode me home slowly, and I could tell by his voice how the thing had grieved him, made him sad. On another day, when we were out, we met Captain Langley, a friend of our master's. He was driving a splendid pair of horses. After a little conversation, a little chit-chat, the captain said, "What do you think of my new team, Mr. Topless?" So what's the name of our master? Is Mr. Topless. Okay, and there is his friend, Captain Langley. Okay, you know, you are the judge of horses in these parts, and I should like your opinion. The master backed me a little so as to get a good view of these two horses. So actually, if you can see this is Mr. Douglas, and this is our narrator. This is Captain Langley with his new pair of horses. Okay, they're uncommonly handsome pair, very good looking. He said, uncommonly handsome. I am underlining. And if they are as good as they look, I am sure you need not wish for anything better. But I see you still trouble your horses with that thing and lessen their power. Which thing? This thing. Remember, what is the term for these two things? The term was actually check reins. It will help the horses to keep their mouth, to keep their face, this portion like this, all straight and upwards. Now that is a bit painful if you keep your straight and face like this for more than 1 hour, 2 hours continuously. Maybe that is a bit painful for you. That would be. That's natural. I'm on page number 23. What do you mean by that thing? Said the other. The check reins? The check reins? Oh, I know. Stopping those is a hobby of yours. Well, the fact is, I like to see my horse hold their heads up. Mr. Douglas, our master, has a problem with the check reins, okay? And present day, the check reins are illegal. You cannot make any animal wear the check reins, okay? So do I, said master, but I don't like to see them held up. Now you are a military man, Langley, and no doubt you like to see your regiment look well on parade, and you say heads up to them. Our game sir sometimes instructs us to stand straight, heads up. But you would not take credit for your drill if all your men had their heads tied to a backboard. If they are doing it in a natural way, if they are doing it spontaneously, following your orders on their own, by their own will, then that's good. But if they are forced to do so, if you are applying some other external force to make them do so, then it is not good. It rather would look very unnatural, very brutal. And it is just the same with horses. You may depend upon it. Horses were intended to have their heads free as ours are. My head is free now, okay, so I can move it to any direction, like this. Ours are, and if we could act a little more according to common sense and a good deal less according to fashion, so more common sense, less fashion, we should find many things work easier. I believe you are right, said the other. I will think about it. So they parted, and so they. This was the lesson in kindness that I learned at Birtwick. Not only our narrator learned, we actually learned. Okay, so this is it. This is the ending of our extract from Black Beauty by Anne Sewell. Now about the author. It's very important to know about the author, about the man or the woman, or about the human being who actually told us, narrated to us such a good story. Anne Sewell, 1820 to 1878, born in Norfolk, England, was an English novelist. Her mother was also a writer who educated Anna and her brother Philip at home. The first time Anna ever went to a school when she was 12, quite big girl. At age 14, she fell and hurt herself badly. She was unable to walk properly for the rest of her life. Sad. This meant she spent a lot of time in horse-drawn carriages. That's why she was very close to the horse. She was very well aware of the poor condition or of the condition of the horses, especially in the farms, which is one reason why she loved horses so much. Okay, so this is it. Now, the way I read loud and clear, please read it twice or thrice like this. Okay, bye. Have a nice day.